Peace is not always achieved by resolving a dispute. Sometimes it is set aside.
President Richard Nixon is greeted by Premier Zhou Enlai.
China's Premier Zhou Enlai was on hand to greet the Japanese Prime Minister.
There is no reason for us to be enemies.
Following President Nixon's visit to China, Beijing and Tokyo moved quickly to normalize diplomatic relations. But one issue remained: Diaoyudao, known in Japan as the Senkaku Islands. During the high-level talks, Japanese Prime Minister Kakuei Tanaka raised the issue. Premier Zhou Enlai responded, "Let's set it aside for now." Scholar Jiang Tuosheng's father, Jiang Xiangshan, was present at the meeting as a diplomatic advisor. He later showed his son the original transcript of the exchange.
在他后来整理他的书稿的时候，曾经有一次，他把当时的原始记录的文件，借回来了。因为我也搞中日关系嘛，所以他专门给我看了一段话。田中问了一句话：“那么尖阁群岛这个事怎么办？”然后总理说了一句：“把它先放在一边，现在最重要的事就是实现中日关系的正常化。”然后田中讲：“哦，那就好了，将来我们两国关系发展的好了，这个问题也可能就比较好解决了。”我对这个呢是有非常深刻的印象。
在邦交正常化谈判的时候，周总理和田中的这番谈话，作为两国最高层领导人的这个达成的一个共识，我们把它归納成叫做搁置争議。
この問題は決着をつけないで紛争を回避することの方が重要だと。解決のしようがないところで紛争の種にはしない。日中の発展を止めるようにはしない。ということで、この問題は触らないで横に置いておくと。
有一点没有达成共识，就是我们认为主权是我们的，日本认为主权是他的。
Setting aside the dispute created space for rapprochement. The next day, Zhou Enlai wrote down a simple message and gave it to Tanaka. A promise must be kept. Tanaka replied in writing, "Trust is the foundation of all." Later that year, China and Japan formally established diplomatic relations. When the two sides moved toward normalization, the negotiations focused primarily on the Taiwan issue. Diaoyudao was not placed at the center of the agenda.
恢复中日外交的三原则全部是涉及台湾问题的。
Japan recognized the government of the People's Republic of China as the sole legal government of China, acknowledging China's position on Taiwan, and agreed to terminate its treaty with the Taiwan authorities.
だから台湾問題で中国側の立場を取らないということは共同声明の破壊を意味して、共同声明の破壊を意味するということは第二次世界大戦の日本の行為の責任を問うということを中国はもう一回復活させる可能性があるということですね。
6 years later, as the two sides prepared to sign the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, the island issue was raised again. In 1978, Deng Xiaoping became the first Chinese leader to visit Japan after the normalization of relations. Cheng Yonghua was then serving as a young attaché at the Chinese embassy.
对邓小平访日记忆犹新。
一つはですね、これ尖閣列島の問題です。
当场就有日本记者提问，说实话感到稍微有点意外，因为这个问题呢，一直双方在政府层面、在内部会谈当中，谈这个问题，谈这个问题，但是突然等于是记者会，而且是现场电视直播。
这个我们叫钓鱼。
この尖閣列島は我々は商業島諸島と言います。
这个名字就叫法不同。
だから名前だって呼び方が違っております。
这一点嘛，这一点的双方确实有不同的看法。
だから確かにこの点については双方にその食い違った見方があります。
中日邦交正常化的时候， 我们也双方约定不涉及这样的问题。就中国人的智慧来说，也只能想出这样的办法了。这样的问题摆一下不要紧，摆10年也没关系。我们这代人智慧不够，这个问题谈不拢。
この問題は話がまとまりません。
我们下一代人总比我们聪明些，总会找到一个大家都能够接受的方式来解决这样的问题。
最后现场记者鼓掌了，也就是认为小平同志答得好，等于化解了中日之间的一个大的疙瘩，我们可以继续向前走了。
The treaty made no reference to the islands. Deng emphasized that the dispute should not derail cooperation. An editorial in Japan's Yomiuri Shimbun called for restraint, describing the shelving of the issue as a solemn promise between the two governments, a bilateral political understanding. But some 2 decades later, Japan later said that no such understanding existed. In its official records, no reference was made to such an arrangement. Some scholars suggest that parts of the exchange may have been omitted. What China viewed as a diplomatic consensus, many in Japan regarded as an informal, non-binding understanding. Some questioned whether such a consensus had ever existed at all. One interpretation, offered by Ukero Magosaki, frames the arrangement this way.
紛争を回避することの方が重要だと。ということで棚上げに日本の管轄というものを暗黙に認めることによってそこに中国は入ってこない。
China, however, has never recognized such so-called administrative rights.
搁置争议呢，并不意味着对主权的放弃。在相关的分歧没有解决的情况下，通过做出临时安排，避免冲突。维护稳定，它并不影响岛礁主权的归属和海洋划界。
如果日方说没有搁置争议的共识，你当时为什么不反驳呢？你当时为什么不对邓小平提出你的看法呢？所以我认为呢，他后来这些举动完全都是单方面的去掩盖对自己不利的一些证据，伺机彻底。实际的控制钓鱼岛。
Yet, in the 1980s, cooperation still moved forward. The two countries explored for oil together and conducted joint research on the Kuroshio Current. Shelving the disputes made such cooperation possible. But the geopolitical landscape was already beginning to shift.
到90年代，冷战结束以后，美国对华政策发生了巨大的变化。 而美日同盟又继续加强，在这样的一个变化之下，共同台湾没有继续下去。
From the 1970s through the early 1990s, Japanese groups carried out activities on Diaoyu Dao, including the construction and repair of lighthouses. In 1992, China enacted the Law on the Territorial Sea and the Contiguous Zone. In August 1996, Japanese nationalist groups landed on Diaoyu Dao, erecting structures and making symbolic claims. 1 month later, activists sailed from Hong Kong toward Diaoyu Dao, seeking to remove the beacon. In December 2008, China's marine surveillance vessels entered the 12 nautical mile territorial waters of Diaoyu Dao. It marked a new phase in its maritime presence. In 2010, tensions flared again after Japan detained a Chinese fishing boat captain. 2 years later, in 2012, Japan moved to nationalize part of the islands.
でね、東京都は尖閣諸島を買います。買うことにしました。
尖閣を平穏かつ安定的に維持管理するにはどうしたらいいかという観点から。所有者の方とも连絡を取りながら，
领土的取得，它属于国家行为，个人并不具备转移国家领土主权的资格。
The Japanese government described the move as nationalization, aimed at maintaining stability and proceeded to formally purchase some of the islets. China viewed it as a unilateral change to the status quo and a political provocation.
是想通过这个国有化，从法理上来确立日本对钓鱼岛的实际占有和控制，同时呢，也掌控管辖钓鱼岛的自由裁量权。
It changed nothing about their legal status, but it generated the most enormous standoff between China and Japan that was completely unnecessary, led to billions of dollars of economic loss.
我在日本做工作，跟日方交涉的时候，我打了一个比喻：石原慎太郎，他是个醉酒驾车，开了个大卡车，这个野田警官发现了，说你这个车开着危险，不能开了，你赶紧下来。结果下来了呢，这个野田警官坐上去替他去开了，那么这个车没拐弯也没停住，你撞了我了。日本政府接过了石原慎太郎的这套思路，实际上最后的结果是侵犯了中国的主权利益。
日本方面所谓的购岛行动，完全是非法和无效的，完全改变不了钓鱼岛属于中国的事实。
Japan's nationalization of the islands marked a turning point.
从以邻为伴转成了以邻为壑。
日本才是单方面改变现状的一方。任何一个主权国家为了维护自身的领土完整，为了维护地区和平稳定，那必然要进行一些反制的举措。
In the years that followed, China expanded its presence at sea, regularizing patrols and strengthening law enforcement.
中国领导人始终是不以武力解决争端，而且呢，希望通过搁置争议。当然呢，这个呢，也不是我们一厢学院就能做到的。
Japan maintains that there was no such consensus, no agreement to shelving disputes. The differences remain.